mentioned, very young team, 10 freshmen and sophomores. And here's one of them, Gary Franklin.
And even the upperclassmen that they have aren't all that experienced. I mean, you would talk about a guy like Harper Camp, redshirted last year because of a knee problem. Comes into this game, though, averaging about 18 points a game in their 2 wins.
Franklin was thinking about feeding the post. Tosses to Camp, uses the left hand.
I'm not sure Franklin knew where that pass was going, but Camp definitely got himself in position with the reach and the score.
Gary Franklin, very aggressive player. Allen will try a 3. It has been one and done for Temple. They're 2 for 13.
And that's what happens, those long layoffs. It's really hard to make it seem to be game speed. Excuse me. You see Camp just setting screens, just getting himself in position. Luckily that delivery was laid out there for him. But Temple having a hard time picking up from November 14th. They tried to simulate, game opportunity during practice one day. And Fran Dunphy told us his guys weren't all that happy in doing so.
Yeah, he played a game of scrimmage, brought in refs and everything, and he said it didn't seem like the players liked it. He said, I just tried something different and never done it before. And at the end, it said, guys, take a long look around because you won't ever do this again. Lavoy Allen hits there, his first 2.
And that's where Lavoy Allen should be positioned right now at this stage of the game. Put the pressure on Camp, who's guarding him, as well as get himself started. And then he can start stepping out a little further.
That's what Crabb does very well. They want him to be more aggressive. He's got 5 after that 3. Allen with Camp on him.
That's inside out right there.
Nicely done.
Force the defense to come down and double. Jump shooter steps into a shot. It's the best way to knock down threes. The lateral pass is one thing, but inside out gives a three-point shooter much more momentum going to the basket.
A steal right there. And Randall over to Moore. Eric, nice move in the throwdown.
With a vengeance. Michael Eric, boy, the difference between him last year and this year has to be more confidence. Bigger, stronger, older.
Gutierrez fouled and he'll shoot when we come back. Cal on top early by 2. How about this move?
Well, first of all, good delivery with the pass. Located the defense and just went after it. One more time. Nice post play.
Are things different now that I'm not crushing quarterbacks every Sunday?
Yeah, a little bit. But I still have a taste for greatness.
So I love Dr. Pepper. The taste of these 23 flavors can never be equaled. Like me.
Pizza for McNabb.
I got it.
Donovan.
Mike? What, man? Come on, Mike, man.
Still got it.
There's nothing like a pepper. Trust me. I've sent people to the doctor.
Consider doorbusters at Joseph A. Bank first. Wool cashmere suits, $129. And all executive dress shirts, $19.99. We're opening early at 6 on Friday with every merino wool topcoat, $99. And all cashmere scarves, $29. Friday until 1 at Joseph A. Bank.
This is the jungle, disguised as a wedding, but a jungle nonetheless. And here there are 2 types of tigers. One who goes straight to the prize, and the one who gets the prize to come to him.
7:21 to go here first half. Cal leading it by a bucket. As the season begins to unfold, ESPN presents the next watch list, a list of 20 players, coaches, and programs that expect to make their mark this season. Certain players shouldn't be left open or they'll knock down every shot, like Vanderbilt's John Jenkins. He's on that list. As a freshman last year, 7th in the nation in three-point shooting percentage. Now a sophomore, and the 6'4" guard is a threat to shoot anytime he touches the ball. Leave him open if you dare. Log on to the Nation blog at ESPN.com for in-depth profiles on all 20 subjects, and check out the current sports movie spectacular issue of ESPN the magazine for more on the next wave. Cal's got some good shooters. I actually got a up-close look at John Jenkins last weekend at the Honda Puerto Rico tip-off, and he's impressive. He can shoot it, and he's still learning to do it off the bounce a little bit.
Well, the thing about him is so fundamentally sound. You know, squares up, make sure his feet are in good position, so it's hard to deny it.
Yeah, he should be one of the best shooters in the country. John Jenkins out of Vanderbilt, as Gutierrez misses the first free throw. This guy's a tough player out of Mexico. Give you an idea of how much they lost last year. He's their leading returning scorer at 5.5 points per game.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about a 24-win season led by Jerome Randall, and you know, right now, most of these guys, if not all of them, have played kind of secondary roles. A guy like Camp didn't even play last year, so.
DeLeo had that shot blocked. Gutierrez very aggressive. Allen a rebound. Hernandez. And that one in and out for Scooty Randall. Brandon Smith handling, gives off to Camp. And a travel on Gutierrez. 6th turnover on Cal. Mike Montgomery in his 3rd season. There are the guys that left, including Pac-10 Player of the Year Jerome Randall.
Yeah, Gutierrez was in a secondary position, was the outstanding defender on that team. Really wasn't asked to score a whole lot, as you saw, 4 guys in double figures. And now he's asked to be in that feature role, handling it pretty well, averaging 19 points a game coming into this game.
Smith a little out of control. Rebound pulled down there by Jefferson.
One thing you can't say about the Bears, can't say they're not aggressive, because they are getting to the basket. They are looking for their shots.
Jefferson can't hit. Been a tough half from the field. Temple just 5 out of 20.
Well, a combination of not playing since November 14th, and you know, when you're set to play at a given time, and then there's a double overtime, and you have to sit and you have to wait, that's going to throw you off.
ESPN, the home court of college hoops, Friday afternoon. Check out 3 games. It all starts noon Eastern, BC and Wisconsin here at the Old Spice Classic. Then 2:30 Eastern, Virginia Tech, Oklahoma State. 5 Eastern, Tennessee and Villanova. That's the championship game of the Dick's Sporting Goods NIT season tip-off.
Well, Tennessee obviously escaped an upset by VCU. And Villanova looked pretty good, looked very comfortable in taking UCLA apart. But yeah, you just wonder how the Bruce Pearl situation is going to wear on those players. And obviously New York is not going to be the center of attention because there's so much more going on.
So Gutierrez hit. That last foul was on him. Michael Eric back in for Temple. It's an interesting suspension, as he's suspended game days for the game, not before, after, and they play out of conference against UConn in the middle of that stretch, and he'll coach that game.
Well, you know, I'm on record as saying, look, I like Bruce Pearl. He's done a lot of wonderful things, outstanding coach, but that was not punishment, that was mercy. I mean, when you take a look at the violations and then lying about it, you know, there's got to be a harder stand taken. And just 8 games, and you can just say, okay, I'm calling in sick for the 8 games. Now, we'll see what the NCAA does. They have the power to even issue a show cause, which would really, you know, put Bruce Pearl not only out of his job, but certainly would inhibit other teams from hiring him down the road. I just think it's an important statement to be made. If you want to stop the cheating, you have to take a hard line. Otherwise, coaches are going to do a cost-benefit analysis and think they can get away with it because there's no sure, swift punishment.
Sanders Friesen gives off to Nigel Carter.
I recall when Todd Bozeman was given a show cause. Yes, his infraction was a little bit more serious in paying a player, and ultimately he admitted it, but he also lied, and that was the reasoning behind the real stark punishment that he received. So that's a long time ago, and people seem to have forgotten the implication.
Foul and Lavoy Allen his first. Todd Bozeman now at Morgan State.
He's doing a heck of a job. Got him in the tournament last year.
Carter trying to feed inside, and they get Michael Eric with the foul. Number 1 on him. 5 team fouls on Temple. Slow start offensively in this one for both teams.
Yeah, and you can't say that there's not good defense being played, because there is, but I think from Temple's standpoint particularly, they've gotten enough open shots they should have knocked down, and I think the layoff has had an adverse impact.
Brand Dumpy's team, the 3-time defending A-10 champs. And a travel there.
Well, Temple extending the defense, and when the ball is in the wrong hands, you know, Sanders Friesen shouldn't be out there handling the rock. The ball's in the wrong hands. Temple's going to create some turnovers. But now they got to find a way to capitalize. Their offense has been slow to catch up with the D.
Hernandez hits the runner. His first bucket of the game.
As if on cue.
Two-point game, under 8 to go here first half. DeLeo with a steal, and it'll go in. And throws it down.
Going in with a little flourish there.
You love those, right? All by yourself?
Except it's no human highlight, not like our boy in Georgia, Leslie.
Travis Leslie was something else in that first game. Fight for the loose ball, and well done there by Jefferson. Hustling after it. Now Fernandez. Temple can take the lead. Allen way off, solid on the board.
You're not knocking down those shots. Lavoy Allen has to recognize, get back to basics, get some of the easy opportunities off the offensive glass. That'll soothe your mind a little bit that you're not going over. Maybe give you some confidence.
Sanders Friesen. Soft touch.
Big fella. Nice little turnaround. And again, he's a guy that you certainly want to exploit with his size down low.
Wasn't healthy last year, battled back problems. Lost about 30 pounds, and that's helped him out health-wise. Allen thought he had DeLeo for a second. Eric lost the handle, and Solomon corrals it.
Again, that's one of those situations you talk about Lavoy Allen being almost too unselfish. And when you get a guy on your hip and you're going to the basket, well, I kick it out to the big fella 15, 18 feet away.